I said I'd do a review of this game after I finished it, and I just finished it. As you can read from the title, it's Bulletstorm. Yes, this is the limited edition, in case you can't really see the cover. Uh, if it didn't say limited edition, you'd still be able to tell because it's got the boot instead of original cover, which is this. This is the guy you play as, Gray Hudson. Um, Sorry, the downloadable content codes fell out. There's Trishka, you have to save her, and she becomes one of your buddies. And that's Ishi, that's Grayson's best friend. Um, what the limited edition came with, it came with a DLC for a leash color, which the leash is really, really fun. If you like games where it's just over the top violence and cool ways to kill people, pick up this game. I held it off for so many years. Uh, well, not so many years, it's only been 3 years. But I held it off. Um, the reason being, I had a computer that was really low on memory, and I was reading the back of the PC box, and I saw how much gigabytes it took, and my computer at the time was megabytes. So yeah, the kill with skill mechanic is pretty cool. Uh, this reminds me a lot of Duke Nukem. Not Duke Nukem Forever, even though that's a fun game too, but this reminds me of the original Duke Nukem 3D. Because it's got that over-the-top rudeness that's just toilet humor. Not a whole lot of people like it, then again, some people do. Um, like, there's this one part where uh, Grayson, or Gray, and Ishi are going to rescue Trishka, and she's like, "If you follow me, I'm gonna kill your dicks." And then Grayson's like, "What? You're gonna kill our dicks? How are you going to kill my..." Never mind. And yeah, that's the kind of humor you get. And you get a lot of dick jokes and blowjob jokes in this. So if you're a 14-year-old boy, you'll like it. Even though I'm not 14, I still like the humor in this. It reminds me a lot of South Park, Duke Nukem, uh, a little bit of Postal 2 in particular. Um, what we've got is multiplayer, which it's only cooperative multiplayer, which I don't mind, but I would have liked to have had competitive in this type of game. Leaderboards, of course. Lobbies and matchmaking, of course. Messaging and friend invite in-game. I'm trying to get my friend Jonathan to pick this game up because I think he might like it. Voice chat, he's definitely got a headset. I don't have a headset at the moment. Add-on content, which I already used the DLC code, so yeah. Uh, Trophies, which I got a couple of trophies in this. There's a trophy for winning the game without changing the difficulty. And I'm like, wow, I would not be able to beat it on normal mode without changing the difficulty because even easy is pretty hard for me. But very easy is more my speed. Yeah, call me a wuss for playing the game on very easy. Oh, you're not gonna get the full experience. Well, it worked best for me. I spent the entire game playing on easy mode, and then I couldn't get past this one part, so I put it on very easy. Um, The trophies have some pretty fun names, like you've got minced meat, you've got you've got there's a couple of other ones, like damsel in distress, and the description is save the princess, and the princess happens to be Trishka. Um, Pretty much, it starts off, we're on a spaceship called Ulysses, and Grayson and Ishii are space pilots. Uh, that's what they're known as. They're being commanded by a real dick called, not a dick, but a person who acts really, you know what I mean. Um, his name's General Serrano, and he's a bastard. I wanted to rip his head off when I came face to face with him. But anyways, he sends you to kill a bunch of people, and they're known as the enemy. And one of the people you kill is a person named Novak, and you find out later what's going on, why Serrano did this. But after you kill them, you go back to the spaceship and it's getting blown up. And so you escape the spaceship, and how you escape the spaceship is entirely up to you. I chose to slide all the way down the elevator ramp because the elevator was exploded off of it. And I had a fun time. I'm afraid of heights, but I felt like I could fly when I was doing that. It says it's an intense, outrageous shooter. Yes, it very much is. Limited edition includes additional content and multiplayer experience point bonus. Bulletstorm.com, Epic Games. As you can see, this is made by the worst company ever, EA Games. But here are the 3 games I happen to like from EA Games. I like, well, 4. I like Black. I like, what's the name of it? Oh, Alice Madness Returns. I like Brutal Legend. And, I think, I'm not positive if they did it. I could be wrong. I think they did one of the Unreal games. I think Unreal Tournament 3. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. I even have Unreal Tournament 3, but I got it put up somewhere. But anyways, after you escape the ship, you're stranded on an island called, well, not island, an entire planet called Stygia, or Stygia, however you want to pronounce it. It's kind of like Halo, except for instead of it being a ring world, it's just like a normal planet, but it's in the population, the entire population of the planet is psychos, cannibals, freaks, perverse types of people, giant monsters, like any kind of stuff to make a video game more awesome is in the planet. It kind of reminds me of Oddworld, like the Oddworld Munch's Odyssey. Some of the creatures you meet are pretty over the top. And what happens is Grayson and Ishii. Oh, I'm gonna rewind a couple minutes back to the game. Ishii ends up getting injured in the destruction of the ship, and he gets a cyborg part put into his eye, so he's half cyborg. And whenever he gets angry, the cyborg part of him takes over. Like, there's one part where Trishka does not get along with Grayson because she knows all about Grayson being a total asshole and a degenerate. But you gotta love him. So what happens is she tries to go her own way, and Ishii takes her off of the ladder because she's going up a ladder, and he pushes her against a wall and ends up not screaming at her, but telling her simply, "If you try to escape again, I will." He's pretty much saying this. "If you try to escape again, I'll have no mercy in killing you." And I'm like, geez, I don't want to make him mad, even if he is part human. Don't want to make him mad. But Ishii is a nice guy. It's just the cyborg part of him is a dick. Yeah. The enemy roll call. We got I'm not gonna name what they're called in the game because I forget, but what we've got are Leatherface lookalikes. Like they wear skin over their face and they're really big. They're kind of like a hunchback, and they've got machine guns, and they're really fast too. We've got mutilators. Wait, let me show it off. It's on the cover. Right there. Mutilators is what I call them. These suckers are fast, so don't try to leash them. Kick them and then leash them. Here's why it reminds me of Duke Nukem, because whenever I kick, Duke Nukem's kick was always really powerful, and when you kick in this game, it's really powerful too. You can actually kick a person, well, monster, to death by kicking them repeatedly into the wall, and you'll get a skill shot known as graffiti. You also can shoot the monster in the nuts, and they'll just be holding their nuts, begging for mercy, and you can shoot them in the head. Yeah, so it's pretty brutal. The move or skill shot is called Nutcracker. There's Voodoo Doll. Now I'm going through the skill shot. Sorry. Back to the enemy roll call. There's Tallywag. I think that's what Grayson calls him. It's a giant dinosaur. Not really an enemy, because you get a remote control to robotically control the dinosaur. It doesn't even look like a dinosaur, but that's what they call it. They call it a dinosaur. And you're able to shoot a bunch of enemies, and you feel powerful doing this. It feels more like a cheat, though, which I don't mind. But anyways, we've also got human beings too. We've got Heavy Echo, which are these marine type of people that are trying to kill Ishii and Grayson and Trishka. We've got General Serrano, who, like I said, he deserves to die. It's a video game character, so it's not all that bad for me to say that. We've got what I call bounces. That's also the name of one of the weapons, a bouncer. But I call these guys bounces because they remind me of the character Bouncer from Reloaded and Loaded, because they're big and huge. But they wear a mask, and they carry around a minigun or a turret gun, and just start shooting at you and shooting at you. Some carry bouncers, which are giant cannons that shoot like a bouncing grenade ball, and it explodes if it hits something. So they wear masks, and what you've got to do, don't try shooting at them because it won't work. You've got to shoot their masks off, shoot the extra mask off, and then shoot their head off. So you've got to do it 3 times. You've got to shoot them in the head 3 times. And then there's the ones that wear backpacks, which are even more annoying because if you miss a shot, they'll come after you repeatedly. And that's what made me want to change it over to very easy. I was chapter 1, Act 7, because there's 7 acts in this game. It took me about 12 hours to beat. Because I was looking for secrets and everything, trying to get trophies. But anyways, we've got those enemies. We've got toxic, I call them toxic crusaders, because they have toxic waste all over their bodies, and if you kill them, they explode into toxic gas, and it can make you dizzy. But you can get extra points that way by shooting while you're intoxicated, both by beer and by toxic gas. So if you want to have some fun, get drunk in the game, or get make sure it's just one toxic crusader dude. You'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. There will be green, splattered in green goo, which is the toxic waste. And kill them and go into the gas cloud. It won't hurt you, I don't think, because I didn't die from it. So, anyways, go into the gas and then just start getting all dizzy and everything, and then just start shooting. And be in mind that you've got to get headshots to make it a lot easier for yourself. Otherwise, you'll just be wasting a clip. I wasted a bunch of clips on enemies when I was trying to go for the head. If you shoot them in the ass, you get the skill shot known as rear entry. If you shoot them in the throat, it is possible to shoot them in the throat with their mouth open. If you do that, you'll get them to choke on the bullet, and the skill shot is called gag reflex. So, the story, it's not story heavy. It's more about just having fun and getting some good laughs. Great playing on multiplayer. I wish it was split screen though, because I really miss split screen gaming. Twisted Metal has it, thankfully. But most of the games I have don't have split screen, other than, well, not really split screen, but it is multiplayer with 2 people in the same room. NHL 2K9. That one's pretty good. So what do I give Bulletstorm? I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10, because the reason that stops it from being a 10 out of 10, if you watch at the end credits, it's kind of bad. So, yeah. Like, it's got a good ending, but if you watch the end of the credits, it's kind of bad. You'll see what I mean when you watch the ending. But anyways, the ending does set it up for a sequel, which I still have not seen any news on them making the Bulletstorm 2. I don't think it will ever happen. And if it does, it will probably be for Xbox One PS4 and PC only. It won't be for PS3 or 360. At least I hope it is for the 360 and PS3, but we can only hope. So anyways, that's my review over Bulletstorm. I think it's a great game. Had a lot of laughs in it, and overall, I had a good time with it. Pick it up, uh, especially if you're into first-person shooters, because you won't be disappointed. Anyways, catch you later. Psychopath1c signing.